have to really, really sit down and I look at it. One little thing your background, it seems that
All right, thank you very much. I'll start from the last question.
Just let me make a comment.
Food is very, very important.
You are thinking too small. If you are doing a business that you want to make money, you want to make people make money. Why must you restrict yourself to a consumption house? How much money have we got there that will sustain? How many of you? 6, 7 of you. So, first of all, you have shot yourself in the leg. That. Secondly, any business you want to do now must do something that's new. Something that people have not done before. Whether I'm going to make money. I don't know whether any of you read what I posted on the platform by Elon Musk. This man who does Tesla cars now, he does SpaceX. And now he's the richest man in the world. And he's an African, so he's quite the looking for an African. Yes, from South Africa. He's the richest man in the world. And man studied his life and all the things he's gone through. And why he has made it. Elon Musk took something that nobody was doing. And he perfected it. Now he's the richest man in the world. Let me tell you something that is in my heart, which I will just speak to you free of charge. Do you know that bread is very expensive now? But you know overseas, you can go to the supermarket, pick up a mix already done. Put it in your list, just put water there and put it in your microwave and wait for 5 minutes and your bread is done. You don't have to go to the shop wrong or shop right or whatever it is.
Talking carrots and all that for us now.
Everything is already there. So why are you going to prepackage yours? Put it there. Everybody just in my house now. Just bring out my thing and just put it in my microwave or my oven and just do it. I would prefer to eat my own bread if I know that I'm the one preparing it. So start thinking about things like this because when you think too small, you find out at the end of it, even to get taxi money will be a problem.
Alright, thank you very much. From the question, there's actually an adage that says charity begins at home. So we actually wanted to start with the statement, but from our slide here, we can see that we also target students. We have FUTA here, we have School of Nursing too. We also target students too. We also patronize them. All these parties, that was why we came up with Father Rights. Then Murphy was talking about nutrients of tiger nuts. Actually, our tiger nuts, we listed out the component of tiger nuts, but the slide, I don't know what happened. So it's actually, we actually listed it out, the iron, the vitamins, each percent of it is actually there. For those that want 7% of vitamin, I think iron is about 8%, something like that. Then my sister was talking about also, somebody came up with small chops and then the carcinogenic. I want to say our small chop is going to be different in the sense that we actually be serving our small chop with fruits like cucumber. You can make small chops to be a balanced diet. You can bring it, combine it with fruits, cucumber, carrots. We've also looked at that actually on our group. We saw that small chops alone can be eaten as a balanced diet depending on what you combine it with. Then our tiger nuts there, we've actually looked at preservation. Actually for vitamin, it goes through pasteurization, but what we actually looked at that pasteurization of the tiger nut, but we saw that actually after the pasteurization, it may not still last long. That's why we are still working on that. Then our objective for our business, we saw that we also make it a social enterprise in the sense that we also be impacting into lives. It's not going to be like only some of us here that we do it. Then we also saw that actually for the healthy living, that was our motto, to make healthy fruits and drinks. I don't know whether he didn't hear when he was asking the question. Then the last one for our objective too, we also saw that we put back what we got as our profit into the business to be able to expand it. That was talking that we won't not be able to get money for taxi. No, we will actually get enough money for our taxi. So because by the time we put back our profit back, we'll be able to get more profit and then we'll be able to get that. Thank you very much.
Praise the Lord. So I know that there are two, like for creativity and innovation, there are two types. It's like you start something new, or take something somebody has done before and make it your own and make your money from it. It's not everybody that will be able to dream and start something new. It's not everybody. Some people saw what they were doing abroad, brought it here, and they're making their money. I think that if you want to create something new, something out of the box, you're going to need funding. You cannot rely on the funding that the church will give us. So think of an instance where I prepare the general small chop that everybody likes, and then I use the profit from it to also make the small chop that autistic children will be able to eat. The kind of cake that autistic children will be able to eat. I know of somebody now that she has a business by the side, she makes normal cakes, normal snacks. But then, because I know that if you want to do something like that, you need stuff like coconut flour, you need wheat. All those things are expensive. And a lot of people that have these health challenges, they can't pay, that's the truth of the matter. Imagine if I make cake and tell someone to bring 20K, person be asking what is going on here. But if we can have the normal one by the side, which means I will eat the small chop that has the calories and everything. A lot of people would like to eat it, but let's tell the truth. So let's make profit from those people. And this is to help the people that cannot afford to eat those things and would like to eat something healthier. That's the truth of the matter. We can't just build, go for training will help. But to start doing what you do, and then going to motivate people. Thank you.
Alright. Let's do that.
Place your order now.
Alright, I would like to call on our daddy. Yes, that's just the thing we have for time constraints. But now, the other groups, please, you can learn from this to improve on your own, even if you have not started before.
Praise the Lord. Hallelujah. Well, I'm grateful to God that what started as a concept is coming to reality, and we can already begin to see this manifested. I'm supposed to be going through each of the group's presentations, but I'd like to say very, very quickly that pitching is very important. Pitching is very important in what you are doing. I want to imagine if any of the groups you went to pitch at when the top people are telling you cannot see your slides. Sincerely, this is the clearest slide and it's still very poor. Are you getting me? All the slides that have been used today are poor. Please let us note it. Your slides are supposed to be, clean, sharp, instructive. Somebody from the back should be able to read. You don't need to ask whoever you are pitching to put on binoculars. That's very important, please. And I want to thank God that the presentations are actually not bad, but I am more excited at the questions that have come. I don't know if you understand what I'm trying to say, which shows that we are very critical here and we know what should obtain. Because for me, this is very, very important. It shows that all the entrepreneurship Sundays that we have been having are not a waste. That is, we have been, the culture, has been developed in this place. And I want to appreciate you, sir. I pray that we will continue to do more and more of this in the name of Jesus. Let me run through the presentations very quickly because of our time. First of all, the music and entertainment group. Great idea. But I'd like to ask you, you said it's a series. I hope you know the big difference between a series and a one-time production. A series means that it will keep on going. Is that not it? Where's the presenter?
Yes, sir.
Yes. I want to advise you. I want to advise you, don't go into a series. The best thing for you to do is to have a production that you will start with. Because if the series does not make it from the first beat, then why continue? So the very first presentation of the series must, it must be nerve-wracking, it must be shattering, it must, the entry into the market or the entrance into the market, must be, so big. So please don't go into a series, look for a solo production, a single production that you're starting with. And then you didn't tell us where the script is going to come from. Who's going to put together the script?
And some of our members,
Okay, I want to say very categorically that you need more than your members bring the script. Look, you are competing with hundreds of, millions. Right? So you need a script that, yes, you may develop your idea, but I want to advise that you still go and, present to people who are professionals. And thank God we have, by the grace of God, Dr. Mrs. Igili, a member of this church, who is, a specialist in that area. That's where you should start from. Okay? Then very quickly too, I want to advise that don't just go for a movie that is drama driven. Why? Because you know what obtains in the world today. You know the power of music. I want to advise that you let music drive your drama. That is something that, look, Sounds of Music, I watched Sounds of Music in 1970. I think that was in 2 or 3. Until today, you read that Sounds of Music, it's still in seller. Are you getting it?
Yes.
So, I thank God you guys, you can compose. So find, a storyline that will be driven. Mary Poppins. Do you know Mary Poppins?
Yes.
And all others like that. They are driven so that people are singing your song without knowing Eli Kaka Didi Kaka. Money Eli Kaka Didi Kaka. Look, I don't know who is called Eli Kaka, but anywhere I hear Eli Kaka, I hope I'm not driving because I'm pressed by the Are you getting it? No, sincerely, that's the truth. So when you just go for, songs that, what's it called? It says, all of those songs, they are live, blocking songs. I'm sure you get what I'm saying. So that's what you're going to look for. Because the drama, sketch, or whatever that we are going to produce, before somebody watches 30 minutes, but that song will forever remain. And then you can also bring those clips from that song, you can sell them separately. Okay? I'm sure if the Eli Kaka guy knew, he would have started selling Eli Kaka by now. No, sincerely. No, even if he doesn't win, he can sell. People will buy Eli Kaka. That's the truth. Even if he doesn't win. That's the truth. Praise God. Already discussing the cost and all of that stuff. You can have projections, but that is too early to talk about. Because, look, you don't know how far the production is going to take you. Where's your production location, for instance? Where are you preparing to?
At Akure, the church and around Akure.
Oh, that's very my Okay, for me that's very myopic. You are looking at a production that will sell in different parts of the world. So you must look for, productions that will be exciting, that will be enticing. Others go from here to South Africa to go and record. You are talking about Akure. ṣé roundabout Akure ni addition grant? No, but that's the truth. So please look at that very, very carefully. I'm trying to rush for time. Your post-production, you said post-production 35,000 and
50,000.
who is going to do it? No. You don't do about post-production. The post-production that you do for 50,000 naira. Maybe you didn't know what they're talking about. But anyway, don't worry. When we get to the bridge with nothing, I don't want to waste too much time on that. Very quickly, the science and tech group. Yes, somebody said you were not solving a problem. I think you can solve a problem. In your presentation, in your drama, whatever, you can solve the problem. And the way to do that will be to make sure that your script is addressing a specific area of life. And you want to do it. Look, one of the greatest things that sells anywhere is look, if you do a satire on the church, oh my God, then you know there's too much. Great project, I would say, solves a problem. But then, by the time you started off, maybe later on, I was wondering, you didn't tell us what is electricity theft. In presentation, that is what you should have said first. You should have, I'm sure people were wondering, first of all, what is electricity theft? Before eventually you went, are you with me? Before eventually you went into it. So, when you are presenting next time, explain the concept of electricity theft first, so that you can get people along with you. You know, yes, again, I already mentioned it. As a matter of fact, I think your own slides were the poorest. Unfortunately, you are the one that had so much to show. I mean, I'm not talking about, I'm talking about what's it called, a diagram that you wanted us to see, and we couldn't see the content of the diagram. Are we getting it? I mean, that was not good enough. You mentioned, you said Ondo State market is 13 million. 13 million. Sorry? Houses, 13 million. Where's your resource? Okay, it's on the slide that we didn't see. Okay. You see, because I was wondering, really, I was wondering because I was trying to put, I mean, I'm not disputing it, but I was trying to put the population of Ondo State. Population of Ondo State has never been up to 3 million. You know, so, but then, don't worry, we can do that to you in the meantime. Your source of funding, where is your source of funding? Where? Your source of funding. You see, for me, I want you to think beyond the church, right? This is a project that, this is a project that, just like everybody has said, if you pitch to the Junior Lumelu Fund, I'm sure you can get that fund. It's 10 million naira. If they don't give you 10 million naira, I'm sure they will give you minimum of 2 million. You don't need 2 million to start this project. My only fear is that you have not done the proprietary. You will have to do a proprietary. And I'm sure you know what proprietary means. And for the benefit of every other person, the proprietary means you getting what's it called now? Intellectual property for your product. It's very important. So that if, for instance, you are pitching to the you are not afraid that somebody wants to steal it, because you can. Yes, because you are patented, you cannot go and pitch to Tony Elumelu, and that will be too dangerous for you. Then it's also important. I think, I don't know, I had some lawyers talking to you about whatever. I I thought they were going to market themselves that they wanted to become your counsels. But then they didn't.
Consider them.
You consider them, yes. I think that lawyer would have done well as a member of your group than being in the booking team. Anyway, you look at that. Then, of course, you have to register this. Please go ahead and do the registration. Then, finally, I love a situation. I don't know. A number of ideas have been given you. Can you think of a product that you will not have to rely on? What are they called? The Gencos, the Discos, all of those stuff. Can you think of a supporting product that you can sell by yourself? When I take my car to the mechanic and I tell him this car is consuming fuel, he checks it up and says there's something on fuel economy. Right? Is it possible for you to have something that would regulate your electricity consumption? Within your house, to make your consumption normal. I'm sure a lot of people will want that, and you will sell that on an individual basis. Are you getting what I'm saying? So that you are not only, all of these codes and whatever, they can, before you know it, they can form a clique. Hello? Yes, they can form a clique and, out maneuver you. Now that you have produced for them, they can also say, because they have the money, they can also say, China, here we come. We produce the own from China and we cut you off. But that one that you'll be doing it on your own, and you'll be marketing it on your own. Thank you very much for that.
Thank you.
I think that is all for now on that. The food and beverages. The food and beverages. Praise God. I'm sorry. You see, I want us to know something about entrepreneurship. Great entrepreneurs are great thinkers. Are we getting it? Yeah. Entrepreneurs are great thinkers. Entrepreneurs brainstorm and and all of those stuff. Where I'm going to is that, I'm sorry, but then I must say it, this is a lazy job. I consider it a very lazy job. You people should be to advertise samosa. There are